Okay, so remember all those marketing gurus like promising you'd get rich with email lists and paid ads?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
In 2025, it's about as effective as a rotary phone.
Wow.
We're seeing a whopping 85% of emails just going straight to spam.
Oh, wow.
Facebook's organic reach is practically non-existent
Really?
at a measly 2%.
Wow.
And get this, ad costs have skyrocketed 70% just in the last year.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a digital wasteland out there for businesses trying to reach their audience.
Well, the fascinating thing is, while traditional marketing is kind of floundering, online communities are absolutely exploding.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about a $1.2 trillion market.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard that right. Trillion.
Trillion with a T.
Yeah, making them the #1 profit engine in 2025.
So while everyone's busy stressing over algorithms and, dwindling ad returns,
Right.
the real magic is happening in these digital spaces where people are connecting over shared interests and passions.
Exactly.
It's like the Wild West of opportunity.
It is.
And there are people striking gold left and right.
Yeah, it really highlights the power of human connection.
Yeah?
People are craving authenticity and trust,
Mm,
and they're finding it in these communities.
yeah.
It's a stark contrast to the impersonal nature of algorithms and the constant bombardment of ads.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
People are building communities around everything.
Yeah.
From yoga
Okay.
and personal finance
Yeah.
to, wait for it, chief operating officers.
You're talking about Cameron Herold and his COO Alliance.
Yes.
He saw a need for these high-level executives to connect and learn from each other.
Yeah.
And now his community is pulling in a cool $2.5 million per year.
$2.5 million.
Yeah,
That's not just a community, that's a community empire.
it is.
But it's not just the bigwigs raking it in.
Uh-huh.
We're seeing everyday people achieve incredible success with their community.
Absolutely.
So tell me about some of those people.
Well, there's Dean Bokhari,
Okay.
who built a thriving self-improvement community.
Yeah.
That's bringing in over $100,000 per month.
A month.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then there's Philip Taylor, who's tapped into the world of personal finance and built a community that's now generating $1 million annually.
Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Building and managing a community sounds like a ton of work, right?
It can be.
Creating content, moderating discussions, dealing with trolls.
Right.
It's enough to make your head spin.
Well, this raises an important question.
What's that?
How can we harness the power of communities without getting bogged down in the day-to-day grind?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And that's where AI-powered gamified communities come into play, specifically a platform called AI Member.
AI member. Okay, I'm intrigued. Are we talking about some kind of community building robot that churns out content and magically grows your membership while you sip margaritas on the beach?
Well, it's not quite that simple, but AI Member does promise to simplify and automate many aspects of building, growing, and monetizing your community. They claim to leverage AI to auto-generate content, reply to members, and even manage growth activities, potentially saving you a ton of time and money.
So it's like having a virtual assistant on steroids working tirelessly behind the scenes to nurture your community.
Yeah, you could say that.
But what's this gamified aspect all about? Are we talking about turning our communities into massive online games?
Gamification is about incorporating elements from games to make online interactions more engaging and, dare I say, addictive. Think leaderboards,
Okay,
points,
Hmm.
badges,
got it.
rewards, and viral referral systems that turn members into passionate advocates eager to participate and contribute.
So it's like those loyalty programs where you earn points for every purchase,
Yeah,
but instead of points, you're earning bragging rights and virtual trophies in the community.
exactly.
I can definitely see how that would motivate people to stay active and engaged.
Studies have shown that gamification can be incredibly effective.
Really?
Yeah, we're seeing an 87% increase in engagement and a 49% increase in retention rates for communities that have implemented these tactics.
Okay, so AI members essentially saying you can ditch your email marketing platform, your social media scheduling tools, your course creation software, and potentially dozens of other apps, all while saving a small fortune in monthly fees.
That's the idea.
This is starting to sound too good to be true.
Well, it's natural to be skeptical.
Yeah.
Any platform claiming to revolutionize the way we build and monetize online communities is going to raise some eyebrows.
Right. So what exactly does this AI member magic wand offer? We need to move past the buzzwords and delve into the nitty-gritty details.
Let's do it. So one of the standout features of AI Member is its AI content generator.
Okay.
Imagine being able to generate engaging posts, articles, even entire discussion threads
Wow.
with just a few clicks.
So it's like having an always-on content team,
Exactly.
working tirelessly to keep your community buzzing with fresh ideas
Right.
and engaging conversations.
That's the idea.
That sounds incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
But does it actually work?
That's the big question.
Can AI really create content that resonates with real people?
It's a valid question, and one we'll explore further.
Okay.
They also have an AI course creator
Okay.
that claims to transform anyone into an overnight expert.
Really?
You simply feed it a keyword,
Uh-huh.
and it supposedly spits out a complete online course,
Oh, wow.
including videos, quizzes, workbooks, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, now that's a bold claim.
It is.
Overnight expert.
Yeah.
That almost feels like a shortcut, doesn't it?
Well,
I mean, building expertise takes time, effort, and genuine experience.
yeah, you're right to question that.
Yeah.
It does raise questions about the depth and quality of the content these AI tools can generate.
Right.
And let's not forget the gamification engine we talked about earlier.
Right.
AI Member allows you to easily implement leaderboards, badges, points, and even viral referral systems.
Essentially turning your community into a giant game.
Yeah.
Where people are constantly vying for top spots and bragging rights.
That's right.
But how does this all translate into real-world usability? I mean, I'm picturing myself staring at a screen full of code and complicated settings.
Well, AI Member emphasizes user-friendliness,
Well,
even for those who aren't tech-savvy.
Yeah.
They boast about a drag-and-drop interface and a mobile-optimized version so you can manage your community from anywhere.
Okay. That does make it sound more accessible.
It is.
But what if I'm starting from scratch? Building a community from the ground up can feel daunting. It's like throwing a party and hoping people show up.
They do offer support for newcomers.
Really?
Yeah, you get step-by-step training videos
Okay.
and supposedly world-class customer support.
That's good.
And get this, they have a feature that allows you to preload your community with AI-generated posts, comments, and even fake members.
Fake members. That sounds a little,
Questionable.
yeah, a bit deceptive.
Right.
It feels like creating a Potemkin village of engagement.
Well, it's definitely a controversial tactic.
Okay.
They argue that it helps create social proof and encourages real people to join.
Yeah.
But it also raises ethical questions about authenticity and transparency.
Right. It's like those restaurants that hire people to stand in line
Right.
to make it look more popular.
I've seen that.
It might work in the short term, but what happens when people realize it's all smoke and mirrors?
Yeah, that's the risk they're taking.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the money-making part.
Okay.
How exactly can you monetize a community built with AI Member?
Aside from selling those AI-generated courses you mentioned earlier.
Well, they have a built-in marketplace
Okay.
where you can sell physical products,
Oh, wow.
consultations, digital downloads, even memberships.
So it's like they're creating...
Their whole pitch is that you don't need any other apps or integrations.
Got it.
It's all handled within AI Member.
Creating this self-contained ecosystem where they handle everything.
Right.
From content creation to marketing to sales.
That's the goal.
It's an ambitious vision, but do they have any proof that it works? Do we have any real-world examples of people who have achieved financial success using AI Member?
They do showcase a few testimonials on their website.
Okay.
There's a yoga instructor who claims to be making over $10,000 per month.
Wow.
And a guy targeting the Spanish market who's reportedly earning around $18,000 per month through his community.
Interesting. Those numbers are definitely enticing,
Yeah.
but it's important to remember that these are just individual anecdotes.
Right.
It's always wise to take testimonials with a grain of salt.
Absolutely. We need to look beyond the hype
Mm-hmm.
and critically evaluate whether AI Member is the driving force behind these success stories
Right.
or simply a tool being used within a broader, more complex strategy.
Right. It's like those get-rich-quick schemes that always feature someone who made $1 million in a week.
Right.
It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, but the reality is usually much more nuanced.
Exactly. Building a successful community takes effort,
Mm-hmm.
strategy, and a deep understanding of your audience.
Yeah.
AI Member might be a powerful tool, but it's not a magic bullet.
So what about people who aren't necessarily interested in building their own communities?
Right.
Can AI members still be relevant to them?
That's where their commercial license comes in.
Okay.
They encourage people to use AI Member to build gamified communities as a service for clients.
So instead of being a community leader, you become a community architect,
Exactly.
designing and building these online spaces for others.
Precisely. They even claim that people are charging thousands of dollars for these services on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork.
That's a new twist I hadn't considered. Like they're creating a whole new industry around AI-powered community building.
They certainly are. They even provide resources like pitch decks and proposal templates to help people get started.
Wow. It's a fascinating concept. But like any entrepreneurial venture, it requires more than just a shiny tool. You need the skills, the knowledge, and the hustle to make it work.
Absolutely. AI member might be the vehicle, but you're still the one steering.
Right.
We've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
exploring both the exciting potential and some potential pitfalls of AI member.
It's been a wild ride so far.
It has.
And I have a feeling we're about to enter some even more thought-provoking territory.
I think you're right. It's time to address the elephant in the room.
Right.
The price tag.
Right.
AI member advertises a one-time fee instead of a monthly subscription,
Okay.
which sounds incredible,
Yeah.
but the details are a bit fuzzy.
Really?
Yeah, they mention a discounted price of $297 per year
Okay.
or a one-time payment of just $17.
$17.
But there are also hints of a potential price increase
Oh, no.
to $997 per month.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
From $17 to $997 a month.
Yeah,
That's a massive jump.
it is.
It feels like they're trying to create a sense of urgency, pushing people to buy now before the price skyrockets.
Yeah, it's a common tactic,
Okay.
especially in the world of online marketing.
Right.
They sprinkle in limited time offer language and countdown timers to create a fear of missing out.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
It plays on our natural impulse to jump on a deal before it disappears.
It just makes me a bit wary.
Okay.
When I see those high-pressure sales tactics, I start questioning the legitimacy of the product itself.
Yeah, I get it.
Are they focusing more on the sale than on the value they're providing?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
It's important to approach these offers with a critical eye and not get swept up in the hype. Remember, their marketing materials are designed to highlight the positives and downplay any potential drawbacks.
So let's talk about those potential downsides. What are some things AI member might not be telling us?
Well, one concern is the reliance on AI. While AI is a powerful tool, it's not perfect.
Right.
It can make mistakes, and the content it generates can sometimes feel generic or lack that human touch that makes communities feel authentic and engaging.
Yeah, I can see that being an issue, especially if you're trying to build a community around a very niche topic. You want your content to feel like it was created by a real person who understands the nuances of that subject, not by a machine spitting out generic text.
Exactly. Another concern is the potential for over-reliance on automation. It's tempting to let AI handle everything.
Right.
But it's important to remember that building a thriving community requires genuine human interaction.
Yeah.
People can sense when they're just interacting with a faceless algorithm,
Right.
and it can erode the trust and connection that makes communities valuable.
It's like those automated customer service chatbots
Exactly.
that often leave you feeling frustrated and unheard.
Right.
Real human connection can't be fully replicated by AI, at least not yet.
Oh,
But what about the ethical implications?
I don't know.
Aside from the fake member issue, are there other red flags to watch out for?
Well, data privacy and security are always important considerations.
Yeah.
When you're entrusting a platform with your members' data,
Right.
you need to make sure they have robust security measures in place and are compliant with relevant regulations.
Yeah.
It's worth digging into their privacy policy in terms of service
Yeah.
to understand how they handle sensitive information.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Data breaches are becoming more and more common,
They are.
and the last thing you want is to put your community's information at risk.
Yeah.
So taking everything into account, the potential benefits, the drawbacks, the ethical considerations,
Right.
do you think AI member is worth exploring?
It's a tough question. AI member offers a lot of intriguing features that could potentially streamline the community building process and save you money on other software subscriptions.
Okay.
The gamification aspects are particularly interesting and could significantly boost engagement. But there are also reasons to be cautious.
Okay.
It's essential to approach their claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. Do your own research, read reviews from other users,
Yeah.
and weigh the potential downsides. Don't let the shiny marketing materials blind you to potential risks.
It sounds like the key takeaway here is that AI member could be a powerful tool, but it's not a magic solution.
Yeah.
Building a thriving community still requires effort, strategy, and a genuine desire to connect with people.
Exactly. No platform can replace the human element that makes communities special.
So for our listeners who are interested in learning more about AI member, what do you recommend?
I would suggest visiting their website, carefully reviewing their features, pricing, and terms of service. Look for independent reviews and testimonials from actual users. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is.
That's great advice. It's important to remember that in the world of online business, there's no shortage of shiny new tools and platforms promising the moon. But ultimately, success comes down to making informed decisions and focusing on building genuine value for your audience. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of AI-powered communities and the promises of AI Member. We've explored both the exciting potential and the potential pitfalls, and I hope our listeners feel better equipped to navigate this evolving landscape.
It's been a pleasure unpacking these complex issues with you. As always, it's crucial to stay informed, ask questions, and approach new technologies with both curiosity and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
Couldn't agree more. And to our amazing listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. Until next time.